Hey everybody. All righty. Hopefully we are back. I can see my comments. So it looked like my stream shut down to Facebook and it was continuing on YouTube. So it's kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I shut everything down completely. So if you you're catching me on YouTube, I'm so sorry because my transmission was still going through on YouTube, but not on the face page. So they did say it was on Facebook's end. So hopefully we have a problem solved. So if you're just coming on, we were talking about the last chance list. That starts tomorrow. Last chance sale begins tomorrow. Also, the clearance rack refresh is tomorrow. So make sure you check out the clearance rack. And then I wanted to just remind you guys about the 12 weeks of Christmas that I have going on with my girlfriends. We are entering the last bit of the 12 weeks. We only have 3 more left. And I wanted to show you what my friend Mary Ellen created. So she used is it window dies, window frames, window something. And this is what you will get tutorials of in the next 3 weeks. So here are her super cute projects using this. And this is retiring and it will be on sale tomorrow. It's in the holiday mini catalog. So we've got that one. We've got this super cute one. And then she made, I don't think you guys are going to get the gist of this one. This adorable star treat container is a luminary. So we have PDF tutorials for all of these. And we've been rolling through, my gosh, since October, we've been sending out a weekly tutorial. And we have heard, let's see if this works. We have heard from you guys that you have loved it so much that we have plans to do it again. So can you see the tea light? See how it shines through the stars? No, better that way. Isn't that cool? So we do have these treat boxes are on sale. The dies are on sale. So perfect time to grab or sign up for our tutorials. All you need to do is be on my mailing list. So if you're already on my mailing list, you're good to go. If you're not, there will be a link in the description of this video. You can sign up and then let me know if you're missing any of the 12 weeks and I can resend them to you. Okay, so I think that's it, my friends, as we get ready to wrap up some Christmas here in my studio. So let's get stamping, shall we, before I get kicked out again? I don't want that to happen. Okay, so we've got some Christmas to share yet today. And I'm going to showcase what we did in my Christmas classes in my studio. So if I do it in person, I like to share with you guys online so that you see what we have been creating. Now, next year, I have big plans that whatever I do in my studio is going to be able to be purchased virtually as well. So I'm still learning this kind of hybrid business because I was in person before COVID. And now I met all of you amazing people online. And so I'm like, how do we keep stamping together? So things will change a little bit next year. So here's the card that we're going to create. And we are using the Framed and Festive. Love this stamp. It's available now through July 4th. July. Look at me jumping through Christmas. Fast forward. We're fast forwarding right through to July. Hey, that wouldn't be too bad, would it? Skip winter altogether. January 4th, this one is available. So I went pretty traditional Christmas here, which is so not like me. I usually love to do outside the box colors, but I went pretty red and green with some of my projects. So we've got some evening evergreen here. We're going to fold that in half to be our card base. And I took a piece of cherry cobbler and I embossed that ahead of time with this embossing folder. And for the life of me, I don't know its name. I'm feeling like eucalyptus, but I'm not quite sure. So one of you guys, I'm sure, will know the name of this folder. There's 2 of them in a pack. One of them is kind of like vines, which I think looks like eucalyptus. And then we have this that is more of a bouquet type thing. And so I did that ahead of time. And you could use either side, right? I love both sides. And we're going to take a piece of the Fitting Florets Designer Series paper and attach that to the edge. So this paper is another part of the special that is only available through January 4th or while supplies last. So if you love this DSP, I'd grab some now because I don't think it's going to make it all the way through to January, but that's my 2 cents. So there we go. On a couple previous projects, I colored the little berries in red. Really looked very Christmassy, but I'm going to leave them white this time. We're going to add some gold ribbon, gold shimmer ribbon here. I believe this might be on sale as well. So we'll just do a little pop of gold here, right where the seam goes for that DSP. I like to cover my seams. There we go. Elegant Eucalyptus. Thank you, Dawn. I was close. How about that? Okay, there we are. So we will attach this to our card base. Now, one thing I love with this Fitting Florets is the dies. Hello. We have been wanting these ovals for so long. Am I missing one? I must be. Oh, it's on another card. There's another set of ovals here. And so I did cut these out ahead of time in gold. Oh, yes. So elegant and pretty. So we've got a gold frame, and then we're going to have a white center. This one in particular reminds me of like Snow White, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. That's Snow White, right? Like, I just think this looks like one of those gilded ornate frames where a Disney princess would talk. All right, so let's stamp with some cherry cobbler, and we'll put our sentiment here in the middle. From our home to yours. I am losing my eyes. White on white sometimes creates problems for me. If you're a bifocal babe, you know what I'm talking about. I lose it in there and I can't see what I'm doing. So from our home to yours. And then I have some of these little spriggies. So we're going to put those on there in the evergreen. So just a couple little sprigs kind of sprouting out there. There we go. Now here's my little tip on putting this together, because I do want it to have dimension. So what I did was I flipped my frame over. Let's get rid of you. I'll bring it back when I'm ready. So I flipped it over, and I'm just going to put my oval back in where it came from, right? So try and get it lined up there as best I can. Then I'm going to take some dimensionals, and it looks like we're down to nubbins, but we love the nubbins, right? We're just going to use them up. Don't throw those nubbins away. Sometimes they're the best part, right? Okay, there, everybody's coming back. Yay, you guys. Thank you guys so much for finding me again. Sorry about that little hiccup with the Facebook. That's frustrating, but very much could be my weather. I do struggle sometimes with weather and internet, and it is rainy here. Very, very rainy. So what I'm doing is just putting the dimensionals on and making sure that it's got both pieces, right? So it's holding that oval together, because I want them both to be popped up, but I didn't want to see a whole lot of gap between the oval and the frame. So it doesn't look super pretty on the back side. Oh, your grid paper is always covered with ink, so it's never white. I have a bunch of them covered with ink, that's for sure. I need to actually buy some more grid paper. I'm almost out. Okay, so see how then it becomes one unit again? Super cool. So we're going to just stick this right down here in the center. And there we have our gorgeous project. Let's go ahead and do a center because it's here. And I just told you I did not make any Christmas cards yet. So maybe this will be my first Christmas card ready to go. So I've got Merry Christmas still from the same set. So we'll just stamp that right there in the center. And then let's add some of our sprigs there too, because we want our insides to be pretty. So, oh no, that's all right. I'll fix you later. There we go. I missed a couple up there, but I can come back and fix them. Okay. So, that's it for this card. Oh, no. What do we need, What do we need, Jet? It's not blingy enough, this card. It needs a little bit more bling. Don't you think? Okay. Everything's better with bling. So I have got some leftover gems, these little, oops, sorry guys, some swirly gold gems. And you know, these are gone, right? Oh, hold on a second. Okay. I need you guys to comment again because somebody just messaged me and said I'm not live. So am I live still? Throw a comment up there real quick and let me know if I'm still transmitting. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I have a feeling she's looking at the first one that got shut down. But we're back. We're good now. Yes. Okay, so what I did was I just put those little swirlies right here, and we kind of joked that these look like the nail heads that are holding that frame together. So they look better in person. I know you're not seeing it as well, but there is a beautiful card ready to go. So that's card number 1 in our series. I got 5 cards today, so hang in there with me, friends. Hopefully our connection stays and we can play stamps for a little longer. Okay, here is card number 2. We're going to go with the nativity scene, and this one is leaving us as well. That is our Peace to You stamp set, and that's getting ready to retire. So I went a little off topic with this one. So we've got some different colors. We've got Night of Navy, Basic White, Bermuda Bay, and I do need this one and this one. All right. So let's fold our Night of Navy in half. I really, really like this card. Really, really like it. Okay, where'd my bone folder go? It's hiding. He's hiding. All right, so there's our inside panel. So we'll stamp that. And ahead of time, I did the music notes on here. So I did emboss that ahead of time. I love that folder. We did determine that it is Joy to the World is the song that is of that, Joy to the World is the song of the embossing folder. The embossing folder song. Now, here's where I get lost. I don't know if this is right side up or upside down because I am not musically inclined. So I don't know if it goes this way or this way, but I do the best I can. Hopefully people who are not musically oriented would get this card as well, and they would have no idea that I did it upside down. Okay, there we have that. Now we're going to grab some Night of Navy here, and hopefully it's good and inky. So on the inside, I'm going to do Peace to You at Christmas. There we are. That's perfect. And on this little guy here, he's die cut ahead of time with the stitched rectangles. I'm going to do Silent Night, Holy Night. Can I do it straight? Eek. Oh, he's a little bit crooked. Actually, it's because my stamp is crooked on there. What happened to you? But it's going to work. It is going to work. Now, I'm going to ink up Mary and Joseph here. And I do them upside down because then I can make sure that I have all the area good and inked. That looks pretty good to me. So we're going to stamp them on a piece of white here, and then we'll just cut them out. Hopefully it all comes out. This is a big stamp. So if you have it at home and you struggle with getting good image and having, you know, some light spots, you can grab your Stamparatus and use that. So let's find some scissors. And I just did it. I did it by hand. I didn't get too worried. I wanted a little bit of white along the edge. But I just trimmed. Just a little bit of a border. Now, if you feel better about it, you could get your paper trimmer out. Absolutely. And that's what I could do. I might do that for the bottom because it's got her veil and his dress. So let me grab my quick paper. I'm a paper trimmer. I love this sucker. Love this little person. Not a person, little trimmer. There we go. We're going to use him later too. Okay, so next up, Pop-Tarts for sure. So I'm going to Pop-Tart this all up using those nubbins. I love whenever I am able to part 2 end it again. Son of a gun. All right. I'm pretty sure I'm continuing on YouTube. So I'm going to keep rolling through the last of these cards because I have a couple more and then I can share the video from YouTube because it just says Facebook is having the issue today. So sorry, my friends. So very, very sorry. All right, so we've got our pop dots on there. And now I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of this one and a little bit of adhesive here and just have that sit right there for our Silent Night. I need one more dimensional. It's a little bit saggy baggy. So I'll put you there. All right. So we have that one. And then we're going to just do one of these cool iridescent. Yeah, if you're catching me, hop over. Lori, am I still live on YouTube since you hopped over to here? Still live on YouTube? I'm pretty sure I am because the notice just said that it was Facebook that was the problem. All right, I'm going to wait and make sure. Okay, cool. Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much. So we're just going to do a gem right here in the center. And there is our gorgeous nativity card. Love that. All right. I'm going to go quick just in case we end up having an issue with YouTube as well. But I have a feeling Facebook is the problem. Okay. We've got 3 more cards. So this one, we're going to make this one here. But I'm going to change the color a little bit. So I used the Lights Aglow. Isn't that gorgeous? The Lights Aglow Designer Series paper, which I know is sold out. I'm so sorry, you guys. But many of you still have it. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous pack of paper. So we're going to switch it up, though, to use Evening Evergreen here instead of Cherry Cobbler. So let me get all my pieces and parts together. And there we go, a piece of DSP. All right, thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me with this bit of a mess of Facebook today. I hope this does not continue. I hope it's just a freak thing because how frustrating. But blessing is I also have YouTube. So if Facebook's going to mess with me, yeah, same thing, Tina. So I'm hoping it's just a freak thing, maybe because of the weather. So there's our inside. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that while I have it. And I'm going to do from the Brightest Glow. And yeah, Marsha, I'm having trouble with Facebook. I don't know what the deal is. It keeps losing my transmission. So I stream Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So we're just going to keep rolling here on Facebook or on YouTube, and then I can always share the link over to Facebook. So that's a good thing. So there is our sentiment for the center. And I used Very Vanilla here. So I've got Very Vanilla, and I have Evening Evergreen. So beautiful sentiment. I just love Evening Evergreen so much. Here's our designer series paper. Oh, uh-oh. Now I don't know which I want. Do I want this one or do I want this one? What do you guys think? The one with the gold or not gold? Let me know what you think. And while you're thinking, I will go ahead and stamp. So I've got a piece of my Very Vanilla here, and I'm going to stamp that big old snowflake. And I am going to do it in green. We decided if we did it in red, these were vampire snowflakes because they're red. And then, and if we did them in green, they were moldy snowflakes. So here is, I do want a piece of paper though. There's our big old snowflake right there down in the corner. Oh, Michigan's having trouble too. It's just a bad weather day. Yikes. I always say if a bad weather day means it's a good day for stamping though, right? I have to go out in it though. I'm not excited about that at all. All right, so now I took that Evening Evergreen, and I'm using those 1/8 measurements here. So I have very thin borders around everything. I'm going to add a little bit of that pretty gold ribbon to the front of my card. I just put a little bit of, whoops, I skipped a step. I need to put the DSP on. Gold it is. That'll probably look good because I have that gold ribbon as well. Okay, there we go with that. Now, gold ribbon across the center here. So longer than we need, but that's okay. Now, I'm going to put this one down without pop dots because I do want to pop dot our sentiment. So that one's going to go here. And now our sentiment here. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Soft Succulent just for a shade lighter. To You and Yours This Christmas. I liked that one. So that's what we're going to put the dimensionals on. There we are. All righty. So it's going to go and just hang out up here, down here. Not sure what I'm thinking. I think up here I like. So a little bit more space, and you can see the snowflake a little better then. So there's To You and Yours This Christmas. Now I'm just going to trim the ends of that gold ribbon, just so it's not hanging off the edge of my card. And we're going to add one final bling. And these are the festive pearls. The festive pearls are carrying over. Did you guys see that? So there we are, just a little bling in the center of our snowflake. Super, super pretty. Okay, so that is it in Cherry Cobbler, and then one in Evergreen. So very, very cool. All righty, let's roll on because we got 2 more cards to make. I think we're still hanging in there on YouTube, I think, aren't we? Everybody else is over on Facebook waiting for part 3, but I'll send that link over a little bit later. All right, so here's our next card using that fitting florets again because we. All right, just had a call come through, so I'll need you to touch base again with me, make sure I'm still transmitting. When I get potential spam calls in the middle of my live. How dare they? How dare they? All righty, let me get my pieces and parts here. Oh, yay. Yay, everybody's on YouTube. God love ya. All right, I think we're all good here on this one. Okay, so we're going to take our white and fold that in half. So this one I went still red and green, but I just did soft succulent and poppy parade. So just a little bit different. There's that other die I was looking for. I did that ahead of time. And let me tell you, with this one, you get all these little bitty hearts out of there. So my floor is covered with hearts. Love it. I'm going to vacuum them up later today, but you can save them and you can make really cool shaker cards with those leftover hearts, or put sprinkles inside your cards. So you can definitely do something with them. I think that would be fun during Valentine's Day to make some cool shaker cards. Alrighty, so then I did that oval, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment with Poppy Parade, and we're going to do 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. And that's going to get put right down there in the center, keeping it flat because I'm going to pop a couple other things up. And I don't want it to be too thick when I want to send it through the mail. So inside, let's go ahead and do our inside. And that is, may the season be filled with peace and joy. So good there. And now I'm going to grab the black ink. So I did ahead of time. I was able to cut out all those little flowers, and hopefully this is going to work okay. It looked like it may have moved just a little bit, so we'll see. So I cut them out ahead of time, and then I'm going to ink this guy up with the Memento. Yay! So Memento is what we need to use. That works best with our Stampin' Blends because we're going to color that, color it with our blends. I love using the Stamparatus for making multiples. And you can die cut all at one time, and then you just go through and make boom, boom, boom. Just go right through there. All right. And stamp. You don't have to stamp and die cut and stamp and die cut and stamp and die cut. So I did a little bit of dark poppy there in the center, and now I'm going to come in with the light poppy and finish it up. So it just has a little bit of dimension and depth there in the center with the darker color. All right, how are we doing on time? Oh, not too bad. I'm not trying to rush too hard, but I do have an appointment at noon. And I need to run a bunch of cards over to Sweet Grace Ministries. So I have about 600 cards that are heading over there to them today, and I want to make sure I drop it off before they close. So if you're not familiar with Sweet Grace Ministries, that's the ministry that I work real closely with, and they support families that are going through infant loss and miscarriage, neonatal death. So they're in need of some Mother's Day cards. So I'm super excited to go drop a bunch of cards off to them. Oh, yay. Welcome, guys. I'm glad you came over and caught me on Facebook. The transmission is just the stream to Facebook was the one that was problematic. And so I just kept my video rolling here over on YouTube, and then I can share the link with you guys later. So anybody who's over on Facebook can catch it. So super sorry. I have a feeling, let's hope that it is weather related and we don't continue to have this issue. So Lori, I can't share anything yet because I don't know. Lori's asking how Stampin' Up! Is going to help Sweet Grace because of the Heart of Stampin' Up! Award. And I don't know yet. It always is different for each person who wins the award. So we have to have lots of meetings and discussions of where the need is and how it looks. So I don't know what that looks like just yet. We need to get through the holidays first. And then Stampin' Up! Will contact me and we'll kind of get together with the CEO of the charity and start making some plans as to how things are going to look. So there is that little edge. I just put a couple little dollops of adhesive on there, which actually, nope, that looks good. Now I am going to do a dimensional on my little flower that I colored. And it looks like I'm all out of these little ones. So we might just have to make up our own. So there's our little flower. It's just going to hang out right down here at the edge. And then I'm going to get out the awesome bone folder. Oh my gosh, this is not a bone folder. Oy, oy, oy. It feels like Monday. It feels like Monday. This is called a bow maker. This is called a bone folder. So I'm going to use my bow maker. And if you guys have been hanging out with me and I've been talking about these bow makers, my friend Debbie's Bonus Dad does have bow makers ready to go. So if you are interested, you can message me and I can take care of that for you. I think they have them for maybe $6 or $8 and then shipping if you're not local. But yeah, you can get bow makers. Now Amens look a little bit different than this one. I've had this one for a really, really long time, but my friend Deb's Bonus Dad Amen makes these. And I think they're a little bit longer maybe, and they're a little bit more rough hewn. But Amen is actually legally blind. And it's pretty cool that that guy makes these very cool bone folders. And he can't really see that well. So I like it. He's a pretty cool dude too. So anyway, hit me up if that's something you're interested in, and I can put you in touch with Debbie to get a bow maker. So I just put a little old booger on there, and I'm going to kind of tuck it a little bit underneath. There we go. Okay, so there's our cute little ribbon just tucked. Oh, yay, Betty got yours. Yeah, I put it in your Nomi bag. So hopefully you love them. But I've been using it a lot more lately. Oh, my ribbon's moving. Don't hold still, ribbon. Hold still. All right, now final step is that bling, and I'm sorry I'm using it and telling you you can't get it because they are gone, these gold gems. But oh, they are cute because look at that. Doesn't that just set it off? Totally just sets it right off. Amazing. All right, my friends, I got one more card for you. So let me get some stuff out of the way. This one is a super, super simple card. And a couple different choices we have here. And I'm thinking, here's my choices. So we've got trees, we've got greenery, and we've got poinsettias. So which designer paper do you guys want to use? Trees, greenery, or poinsettia? So you let me know what your thoughts are while I get stuff ready here. All right, I'm using Smoky Slate. So a little bit different here. I went with a more neutral. White was just too stark. So I thought I liked the Smoky Slate. It's very cool. And I have a Smoky Slate scallop and a white scent circle. And I'm using that same stamp set because I love it, that framed and festive. So I'm just loving I love the fonts. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment here. Fa la 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 la. La, 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 la. All right. And then I wanted from all of us. So this works well for my family because I'm still sending cards from all of us. But some folks said, you know, there's only 2 of them or whatever. So here's another stamp you could put on. Your circle would just need to be bigger. And I did Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas for the center. The other thing you could do, what some of them did in class, leaving out the from all of us and just putting some greenery on there just for a little pop of color. All right, you guys are saying trees? Trees it is. So we're going to attach this to that circle. This will be our inside. And we're going to do a little bit of cutting work. So I've got my DSP here and I have my little baby trimmer. And we're going to put this in at 4 inches. And I'm going to just trim off 1 inch here on the end. So our trees are going to go here. And then by trimming that 1 inch off, I can flip this one and have just a little pop of color there on the edge. So it's kind of a cool way. It looks a little bit like the storybook one without the fold. If you've seen the storybook or book binding card. So we're just going to add that little pop there. And then some DSP here. So by spreading it out, it just gives a little bit of a border there. So actually, I'm going to stop for a second and I'm going to add some ribbon. I wanted to add this ribbon to it, but I didn't order it. And so I didn't have enough. So we're going to add that. So we have a little bit of silver there behind our, cut this excess off. Oh, I have static. It's staticking to me. There we are. Now, it probably does not showcase real well on video, but it looks pretty cool in person because it's almost spider webby, which is kind of neat. All right, so our fa la 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 might go here. I'm changing things up from what my original idea was. So we'll put some Pop-Tarts on there. Sometimes you just go with the flow, right? Go with the flow. So I am going to have that kind of come off to the side here. And then we'll take another piece. And I'm going to tie a knot in here. Hopefully I like it, because this was not how my original was going to look. A little bit of floof. Trim down any extra that's floating around there. There we go. Cool. I do like it. It's different. Okay, so let's see. Do we have any gems in here? We might be out of gems. Oh, they're hiding. They were hiding. I did silver gems initially, and I think I am going to stick with silver. So just put, oh, it stuck to my finger. Just put a couple little gems on here for some color. Actually, I'm going to go here. I think I like that a little bit better. And then one right there. Okay, so there is our fa la 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 la. So there are our cards. You do the exact same thing with this one. This was 5 by 3 3/4, I believe, or 5 by 4, 5 by 4. I think that's what this one is. But then you just flip it. And so it just gives you a different look. I don't know, just something a little bit different. So here are our 5 projects that we did. There's that one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So that was my Christmas card series. That's the very last one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed those cards. I'm so sorry for the mess up that we had a little bit earlier, but you know, such is life. There are worse things that could happen than having streaming issues. Am I right? All right, my friends. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Don't forget to check back. Make sure you follow my YouTube or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. And Movie Monday is 7 p.m. Eastern Times. And What's Up Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Times. I'm here stamping with you guys. All right, my friends. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.